Right there, head down, facing us. Between here and that cedar tree, there's a deer standing there facing us.
This week on Kentucky Afield, the first snowfall of the year is a deer hunter's dream. And this year we got lucky and had it come during the first week of modern firearm season.
It should be right in here somewhere. Okay, here we go.
We'll show you how this hunt unfolded.
It's a pretty good sign. Oh yeah, here we go.
Next, we're highlighting a young hunter who's overcome obstacles not only in the hills of eastern Kentucky while chasing elk,
Go ahead and turn your safety off.
but life in general.
March of this year, I found out that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer.
Then, the best time of year for catching big trophy smallmouth is right around the corner. We're headed to Del Hollow Lake to show you how it's done.
Got to find the food bar.
I'm pretty good at finding it.
It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
He was ready to get going. Such a pretty fish.
Beautiful.
This pond is plumb loaded with frogs.
They're everywhere in here. Yeah, this is a good fish right here. Really good fish.
Come here, girl. Yeah, boy. That's a big rabbit. Nice job. Yes! Yes! My first musket. Mercy Leo!
Yeah, look at it's a keeper.
There it goes. Boom!
Wow, that happened fast.
Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. If you're a deer hunter, you know how excited you can get at the thought of hunting the first snow. And when the freezer's empty, that's just extra motivation.
Well, we just got here for morning 2 of our deer modern firearm season, and wow, the conditions have changed. We passed on a couple of does and had a couple of bucks in here yesterday. But since then, the temperature has dropped 30 degrees, maybe 40 degrees. It's snow on the ground. And unfortunately, where we were set up, we were about 200 yards away from where the deer were crossing. With the way the wind is this morning, it would be really tough to be sitting in a tree with the tree swaying to try to lock onto a deer. So we know our backstop here pretty well, and it's completely safe to shoot on the ground. So we're gonna set up and hopefully get a stable shot, and it should be in the 100-yard range or less. So sometimes you gotta make adjustments, and with this wind, setting up in a swaying tree, making a long shot is not something I wanna do. So change of plans. Well, that's how it works. You make a move right where the deer are at, and they pop out of the woods right underneath the set we were in yesterday. I got 2 right there beside each other. I'll accidentally shoot 2. Well, that's how my luck's been. But as you can tell, it's not even fully bright yet, so we're gonna have a chance to get another deer if we hold still. I couldn't get a shot. Right there, head down, facing us. Between here and that cedar tree, there's a deer standing there facing us. About 140 yards away. It's a doe. Here comes another one, too. Coming out of the woods right there, you see him? I'm gonna have to raise it up just a bit. Can you tell me when? That's a pretty good shot. We'll go retrieve that deer, but I'll tell you, this landowner that farms this property is having major problems with deer. So we're gonna give that deer 20 or 30 minutes. And if another deer comes out, I'd like to make a donation to Hunters for the Hungry. Talk to them about bringing a deer over So if another one pops out, we'll take a second if we get a chance. That's a spike. We thought this would be a great chance to get a deer for the hunters of the hungry. I set up on it, and it looks like it's got about 4-inch antlers. So we're gonna let that one go. Should be right in here somewhere. Okay, here we go. Got a pretty good amount of blood here. That's a pretty good sign. Oh yeah, here we go. Got a pretty good trail right here. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, tracking a deer in the snow, a little bit easier. She came right through here, and there she lays. Wow, what a big doe. Look how big that thing is laying there. That's a really, really nice doe. What a big, healthy doe. Oh my gosh. It's been a rough go, but this makes it all worthwhile. I've been wanting a doe. We eat a lot of backstraps in our family, and we grind a lot for burger, and the kids have been wanting some summer sausage. There's nothing better, in my opinion, to be out on the boat and have a midday snack with some summer sausage, or get some out in the middle of a rabbit hunt, which is right now. So I want to make summer sausage out of this deer and put it to good use. I am super, super excited to have it. We're gonna get this one here squared away, get it to the processor. After a lot of bad luck, this ended up coming together, and I am happy to have this deer. What a big, nice doe. Wow. Thank God we can get the truck close.
I'm here again today with Captain McQuarrie, and we're here to talk about some people's favorite wintertime shooting and hunting, and that is waterfowl. Tell me what you need to know about waterfowl hunting before going to the field.
There are a few things about waterfowl hunting that differ from other animals that we hunt throughout the year, specifically shooting hours. For waterfowl, it's 30 minutes before sunrise up to sunset. Now this can change depending on where you're hunting, especially our wildlife management areas, so make sure you review the regulations that are specific to the area you're hunting.
What else do you need to know as far as shot size or anything that as far as requirements with your gun?
That's a good question, Chad. You're only required to carry, or allowed to carry, non-toxic shot, no larger than T-shot, and the shells can't be longer than 3.5 inches, and your gun can only be capable of holding up to 3 shells.
Okay, so you got to make sure that, because you know, that's one of those things, don't trust it. If you just went and bought a gun, don't trust that. Make sure that you try to put that 4th shell in and make sure it won't take it.
You're exactly right. You always need to make sure and check that the gun has a plug.
All right, what other things we need to consider?
Waterfowl hunting does require you to make every effort possible to retrieve each animal that you harvest. That is the one waste law that's required by U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Also, waterfowl hunting licenses do differ from other animals we hunt throughout the year as well. You're required to have a hunting license, and hunters 16 years old and above are required to have a waterfowl permit and a duck stamp. The duck stamp requires you to put your signature on the face of that stamp.
So on a duck stamp, and a lot of times you're not going to get that at the same location you buy your hunter's license. Where's a good spot to go get a duck stamp?
You can purchase your duck stamp at the United States Postal Service, or you can go online to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife website.
All right, well that sounds like a great time. I'm looking forward to doing some duck hunting myself this year, and hope everyone has a very safe and successful waterfowl season.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you. There's one. Sometimes you get a phone call and you just can't say no to it. And that's what happened with our next landowner from Eastern Kentucky when he heard from Austin Bingham's family. We're here in Knott County with Steve Allen. Steve, this is a piece of property I've been on quite a few times, and what a beautiful piece of property, especially for elk hunting.
Yes, it is. It's about 14,000 acres of prime elk country.
It's the day before gun season, and you've got a young man, a real special young kid that's going to be doing some elk hunting on this property this
We
year.
do. Austin is a special young man that we thought deserved this tag, and we've earned this tag through the elk restoration program. So we're going to give this tag to Austin and expect him to do real well with the elk.
Austin, you are hours away from your very first ever elk hunt, but you're not a new hunter. You've been hunting for a while, haven't you?
Been hunting for 5 or 6 years.
Have you been deer hunting? Is that what you've been doing, or
Yeah.
small game hunting? Have you got a deer before?
Yeah, I've killed 3 or 4.
Well, that's really cool. Well, now you're going to get a chance to hunt elk. You've had a roller coaster year, have you not? I
Yeah.
mean, tell me a little bit about the news you got, what you found out earlier this year.
In March of this year, I found out that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer.
When you heard the story, it was kind of a no-brainer for you.
This is a no-brainer. This had to happen. So
You're going to give this kid a hunt of a lifetime.
I think he's going to have a ball.
Congratulations on getting this tag. Let's get a big bull. What do you think?
Yep.
What are you getting ready to do today?
Kill an elk.
Getting ready to get after the elk. You fired up?
Yep.
Awesome.
Needless to say, Austin was very excited to be going on this hunt of a lifetime in pursuit of a big bull elk. On this hunt, he would be accompanied by his father, Travis Bingham, and they would be guided by Brandon Boyd with Bugles and Struts Outfitters.
Ready to get it this morning?
Yep.
Ready to go.
It'll be a little warm. We'll see what we can do. We'll go try to spot a few and try to burn them up a little bit, see what we can come up with. We'll go from there with it. It should turn out pretty good. Got everything ready?
We're ready to roll one.
I said we hit it. It's about daylight. It's time to get at it. Let's swing around real quick. We'll swing around to that back side.
Wasn't in the spot where we first went to, so we're gonna go try a different spot with some more ponds.
After checking a couple different locations and with no elk in sight, the guys decided to drive to a new area where Austin would see his very first elk.
That's a big target right there, isn't it?
Yep.
Think you hit that one if it was good?
Yep.
I think if we can find the one we want, we can get in that range for you. We'll be ready to go.
What you think about that, Austin?
Pretty cool.
Was that the first elk you've seen?
That's the first I've ever seen.
That's awesome. We got a guy out just scouting around a little bit for us, helping us out. He just gave us a shout. He said he's got a pretty good looking little bull over there. We'll go check it out real quick, see what we got. He just went up around this berm. I watched this rack go over the hill here. So he's down here. We're trying to swing around to the right side right here. See if we can get an angle shot at him. He just walked down this pole here. We'll ease up right here and try to get up on this ledge right here. Right there. Quartering away hard. Have him in your scope. If he turns broadside, I'll let you know. Is that a good enough rest for you? Maybe. Let's ease around and see if we can get a broadside shot. The wind's breezing that way, so if we get over there, we're gonna have a split second to shoot. If we're on them, we're on them. Go ahead and turn your safety off. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Missed opportunity. He'll be back out this evening.
I was getting ready to pull the trigger and he walked over the hill.
I can't kill the first one we see. We still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
As it turned out, Austin wouldn't stay disappointed for long. He ended up harvesting an even nicer bull later in the season. Congratulations, Austin. My favorite time to bass fish is right around the corner. I always say that the smallmouth fishing is best after you start hearing sandhill cranes travel across Kentucky, and we heard plenty of those this week in a deer stand. Let's hit Dale Hollow Lake for some big smallmouth action.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
Now this is it's a fantastic lake to catch, good sized smallmouth and trophy smallmouth. Obviously the world record from here, but this lake gets a lot of pressure now.
Yeah.
To come here and try to catch a 8 or 9, 10 pounder, I mean, that's a fish of a lifetime. I fished this lake a lot and have never broken 8 pounds. And I don't know if I've had a 7-pounder, but the lake is fishing really, really, really good right now.
Yes.
So hopefully, I'm gonna try to throw some swim baits, some jigs, maybe some blade baits, but I'm gonna start throwing a swim bait and see if we can't catch some fish. What do you think?
We can do it. Let's go.
All right. I will tell you, this time of year, our water temperature is 46 degrees. It's all about a real slow presentation. And a lot of times, when we catch fish down here this time of year, the bites are not aggressive. It doesn't feel like you're catching a 4-pound fish when you first get a bite. It feels like you're getting a bluegill just pecking it, and you're like, man, these little fish are driving me nuts. Well, they're not little fish.
Yeah.
They're big fish. There we go. There you go. Now, you want to establish a food source? Check this out.
How about that?
Now, you think they're actively feeding? Their mouth is plumb full of shad.
Chad, how about that?
We got about an 18-inch fish there. We've been here 5 minutes. We now know they're feeding on shad actively, and we're sitting in between 35 and 40 feet of water, and we're catching fish in 15 to 18 feet. So, hey, now we're on to something. We just run around and do this all day.
You need a net?
I don't think he's that big. Sometimes they get bigger when they get to the boat, though. Not a bad fish. He's a lot fatter than the last one. That's a healthy fish there.
Yeah.
That's a thicker fish than the last one.
Yep.
Probably about the same length. You know, we're looking at that 18, 19-inch fish. 18 and a little bit. You would expect a fish that size when it hits your bait to just about pull your paw out of your hand.
Yep.
That was it. That was it.
June, they will. 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they absolutely will. It'll get a little bigger. So when you first started fishing down here, how often did you guys throw soft plastics?
We was throwing mostly a spinnerbait. I fished with Ernie Taylor. He guided down here quite a bit. And when we first started fishing down here, we would find the grass and get out right at the very end of it at 25, 28 foot deep. And then we went to different times, jig or the plastic.
We got a rod bender.
Yeah, he was way out here. Oh, I didn't get that little brownie. I believe I found one of them old largemouth.
Oh, sure did. How did you do that?
Very carefully.
Typically, for me, it's about 1 largemouth for every 20 smallmouth, but...
Well, you wouldn't leave me no smallmouth, so I just had to catch a largemouth. Next.
Hey, we need your brown cousin. That's pretty healthy fish, though.
Turn it loose. I'm gonna get this 10-pounder out here.
All right.
Well, oh, there you go.
Goes. You might want to grab the net on this one, Daryl, if you don't mind. How can you believe that? So I cast it up in here, and there's a lot of rock that's pretty easy to get hung on. Hooked on that rock, was shaking that off and got on the back side. When I snapped it free, I thought Daryl would hook my line because I felt it make that motion. Went ahead and set the hook, and that's what hit it. 20 and a little more and a half. Almost,
nice.
Almost 21 inches.
Nice.
That's a really good fish right there. Get that one back in the water.
Yep.
What I'm throwing here is just this little, it's a 3/8 ounce tungsten lure. Throwing this little swim bait here. I'm throwing this exposed. Run this bait on there. And these swing impact fats have a little area where you bring your hook up through. What this thing does is it goes down and it sets, and when I start to pull it, it comes up like this. And very little motion will get that tail making this move. And then I'll pull it across the bottom, I'll stand it back up. The reason it doesn't feel like a big strike is because those fish, it's catching their attention, they're just picking it up. And when they pick it up, you'll just feel something very, very slight. If you're not using a really sensitive rod and fluorocarbon line, you may not feel it at all. You'll just all of a sudden notice there's no bait. When that happens, then you've had a strike. Uh-oh. Ooh. Need a net?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I need. I don't know. Here's a little,
yeah.
It's the right color.
10-pound test line, you might.
He's the right color.
There you go.
Yeah, he's out here deep. He's out here, I'm pulling real, so boy, look how light colored he is.
Now I'll tell you, we've ran all over the lake today, and we've pulled back in. We can literally see the boat ramp, fishing some grass, and here they sit. They're right here beside us. That's a nice fish, though.
Yeah.
Like I say, and you see that this time of year. You start to see when they come up. You'll see some that are really colored up, and then you'll get a really pale colored fish like this. And these are fish that have been in deep dark,
water,
cold
just
water,
coming up.
and they're just coming up.
Thank you there, little fish.
He was ready to get going.
You got to find the lounge to where they're at the airport. Got to find the food bar.
I'm pretty good at finding it. Oh, missed him. Just got polarized. Oh, came back and hit it. Get ready. Look at that. That's when they're starting to get more aggressive right there. When you swing on one and miss, and he comes running back and hits it again, that's when you know they're starting to get aggressive. Daryl, this might be a pretty good fish. Whoa! Grab that net there if you don't mind.
I just happened to have it this time. Yeah, this old boy ain't going nowhere.
Thank you.
That is a nice one there.
Now this one here.
That's the best one of the day.
This one here has got some girth to it. Not that terribly long, but look how thick and healthy this smallmouth here is. 20 1/4. 4 pounds, 8 ounces.
Or 8.
That's a beauty. That right there is the reason you come to Del Hollow. Catch you big fish like that. Thank you, buddy. Away he goes. Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Check out 6-year-old Kennedy Crouch with her very first deer ever, a nice 4-point buck taken in Bath County. Nice job. Parker Morris caught this bluegill in Georgetown, Kentucky, and man, it's a biggin. Congratulations. Here is a beautiful buck taken in Jackson County by Eldon Benton. It's his very first deer. Nice job. Here we have a nice, impressive Grant County buck, a 10-pointer taken by Shannon Wyhoff. Congratulations. Check out the spread on this buck taken by Daniel Caldwell. This was his very first deer ever taken with a bow. Congratulations. Jacob Hammond took this buck, his very first one ever, with a muzzleloader. Nice job. Connor Atkins knows how to spend youth season in Magoffin County deer hunting, and he took this nice 7-point buck. Congratulations. Here we have Case Atkins with a nice 9-point buck taken on Fort Knox. Nice job. Check out the size of this nice striper caught by Craig and Michael Lambert. Nice job. Here we have 9-year-old Elijah Hall with his very first deer, a nice buck taken during the youth season. Nice job. Here we have Darrell Hall from Pulaski County with his fall gobbler using his turkey dog. Congratulations. 8-year-old Brooklyn Couch caught a fish longer than her leg, and that's no fishing story. Here she is. Congratulations. Here we have 4-year-old Braylon Mead with this nice bluegill that she caught while fishing with her mom and dad on Cave Run Lake. Nice job. Now here's a mess of fish caught by Brian and Shannon Wyhoff below Kentucky Dam. Nice job. Check out this super impressive buck taken by Jeff Bird. Congratulations. Pat Weiss caught this monster spotted bass at Green River Reservoir and released it to fight another day. Here we have 11-year-old Elizabeth Hall with her very first deer ever taken on the opening day of modern gun season. Congratulations. Camden Boland took this extremely impressive deer with a 24-inch inside spread from Harrison County. Congratulations. Modern firearms season closes this weekend, but there are still plenty of small game hunting opportunities at your local wildlife management area. And remember, hunting and fishing is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.
Deer processing from the field to the freezer continues to be a runaway favorite for hunters everywhere. From ribs to roast, Sim Harp makes it look easy. Ordering information can be found at fw.ky.gov under the Kentucky Afield tab. More Kentucky Afield is available at your fingertips. Whether by smartphone or desktop, you'll find extra tips, photos, even behind-the-scenes video on our social media pages. Join the conversation and stay in the woods or on the water longer when you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Simply search Kentucky Afield on your favorite app.